Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Joseph here for another video, right here, on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching, make sure you like the video, and subscribe right now to this very channel, and my other channels which are down there, you know where, in the description box below. So like the video, and subscribe to the channels. All that other good shit. Don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. But you gotta be real if you're not. Please, for the love of God, get some help. And that's pretty much it. And share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn fucking video. And if you do, well, you're out. You lose. Good day, sir. That's pretty much it. You missed it, you missed it. And that's pretty much it. But if this is your first time watching, welcome to the party, pal! I hope you enjoy the ride. If not, hop off. And go hop on somebody else, if you know what I mean. But if this is your first time watching, you like the content, you want more of it, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button and that, then please, for the love of God, hit that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss a video. And that's pretty much it. If you don't hit that bell, you lose. And that's it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this Saturday afternoon, August the 12th, 2023. Hope everybody's having a great start to your, kind of start to the weekend. We got tomorrow, Sunday, and that's pretty much it. Watching some get football and another goddamn flag. Anyway, but just committed a tripping penalty. It was first and 25, and then just now the Carolina Panthers, who they're playing today, just committed a neutral zone infraction, which would be a free play, but they stopped the play, which is stupid. These goddamn refs are... It's ready to preseason, and they can't even get anything right. I can only imagine what this NFL season is going to be in about 3 weeks. Yeah, but anyway, the Jets are playing Carolina today. The Giants played the Lions yesterday, and didn't even see the game yesterday. Didn't care. And I know the Niners, and the Raiders, were practicing together. I think they're playing. No, I think they're playing the first week. Actually, let me see. I got the book. So coming up 3 weeks from today, on the backup channel to the Shadows Lair, my NFL 2023 predictions and preview and all that other good shit. So let me go to my Niners packet here, if I can find it. It's here somewhere. It's here. It's there. Just trust me, it's here. Alright, here we go. Alright. Yeah, they're in Vegas, so I don't know if the game was last night or it's tonight. I have to look up the I'm not gonna look it up now, but I think they're playing this weekend, obviously, against the Raiders in Vegas at Allegiant Field, that big dome in Vegas. So, we're not gonna see Jimmy G on the field. We're not gonna see Brock Purdy on the field. But Trey Lance is supposed to start the first preseason game, and then Sam Darnold will be in. So Brock is gonna, Brock, like Aaron Rodgers, are gonna be starting week 1. So they're not gonna even be. We're not gonna see him for the preseason. We're gonna see him in week 1 in about 3 weeks from tomorrow. So we got that. And the Jets just kicked the field goal, and it's good. So 3-0 Jets against the Carolina Panthers. In Carolina, Jets' second preseason game. They had the first game at the Hall of Fame game against the Browns. I think they won that game. I'm not sure. Well, I only watched up to like the third quarter, then I just stopped watching it because I really don't care about the preseason too much, but I will when it's week 1 in a couple weeks. That's pretty much it. Niners got the Steelers. That should be a good game, but Niners should blow them out. Hopefully, Jets got the Monday Night Football game. Giants got the Sunday Night Football game against them Cowboys. That should be fun. And that's pretty much it. So we're getting down to the end of summer, and then football season begins, and hockey. So that's it. Can't wait. I can't wait. Baseball is just basically over for New York. Yankees and the Mets stink. That's it. Alright, enough about that. And let's move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this Saturday afternoon, August the 12th, 2023, like I said, once again, my name is Peter Joseph. I'm a content creator talking about wrestling and talking about anything else I feel like talking about. And yes, I am a content creator. I make a lot of content. That's actually, what people like to see, unlike certain communities. Just saying. Same fucking videos every fucking time. Nobody wants to see that shit. Unless you have no life and just like to watch people, talk about the same people all the time. Oh well, I mean, you get a lot of views off that. I mean, that's fine and dandy. I could care less. I just make content for myself, and that's it. I have fun here. We have fun. We have fun here. We don't talk about drama anymore. We don't care about drama or what's said about me, about anybody else. I could care less, really. That's it. I keep to myself most of the time, and that's it. I mean, you don't like my videos? Don't care. I don't care how many. I mean, I don't care if you do a video and it gets like 5,000 subs, 5,000 views, big fucking deal, and it just has me in it for like a little bit. You're welcome for your clout views on me, but it is what it is. But like I said, you don't like me, don't watch. But you will watch because you're so fucking obsessed with me. For the last 14 goddamn years. Think it's time to get a new hobby. But it is what it is. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your late and out-of-date Smackdown review for August the 11th, 2023. Excuse me 1 second. Gotta sneeze. Excuse me. My allergies acting up. As always. Alright, so Smackdown last night. Pretty good show. Pretty good show. Lot to talk about, especially with the end of the show. So we'll talk about that with a certain guy named Jey Uso. We got a lot of other things going on last night. Santos Escobar taking on Austin Theory for the United States title. We're going to hear from Roman, of course, because we have to acknowledge our chief. 1,077 days as champ. And counting. Because it's never going to end. And that's it. Let's move on with that. Now, I didn't see Smackdown live last night. Because I was out at an indie show where I met the beautiful soon-to-be Hall of Famer Victoria. So, we had a nice little chat, took a couple good pictures, she almost choked me out. No, not like that, choked me out, she was like, making one of her good pictures, So that was nice, and then me and her talked about, I was telling her about, my depression and anxiety, and how, I almost committed suicide a long time ago, and, music really helped me get away from that situation. And whenever I feel like I want to kill myself, I always go to In This Moment, because I was wearing the vest, and Victoria loved the vest. So I told her the story about how In This Moment saved my life back in 2005. And many times after that, when I've had, thoughts of killing myself, because of my stress and depression, anxiety, and shit like that. But in any case, she came over, she gave me a big hug, and told me that I'm not alone and everything like that. But had a good chat, I had a good time with my friends last night. With the matches were pretty good. The show was pretty good. My good friend Osito won the No Limits title last night. That was great. Finally, he wins. So that was great. The world title match between TJ Marconi and Darius Carter was all over the place. Actually, he almost came into my area a couple times. But Darius Carter, once again, the champion. Five-time fucking champ. With all the interference that he had with, Zeta Steel, the women's champion, Abdul Nasir, and then like 50 other people came out to help him. And he put the figure 4 leg lock on TJ Marconi, who had an injured leg coming into the match. And he put it on after everybody else beat him down. And then TJ basically succumbed to the pain. And 1, 2, 3 got pinned. So Darius Carter, once again, the World Heavyweight Champion, which fucking sucks. So, he lost the belt a couple weeks, basically about a month ago, and now he got it right back. So now, we'll have to see, how long he holds it this time. But, they're going to their next show called King of New York, September the 9th. Then they're going to have another show in October. Then they're going to be back around my area in, I believe, sometime in November for Intergender Warfare, and then that'll be it for the calendar year here in my neck of the woods. They do have a show in December, which is their 16th anniversary. Can't wait I'm not going to that, obviously, because I don't go to the other arena they go to, based off in Staten Island, so I don't go there. I just go to the ones in my area. But in any case, meeting Victoria was pretty damn nice, and that's pretty much it. And I met Zaya Brookside as well, so that was fun. Tommy Dreamer was there. Good show. It was a good show. With I had fun with my friends, my actual real friends. Cause I do. I got real friends, ladies and gentlemen. So you think I don't have real friends? You don't know me very well, do you? But I digress. Anyway, let's get back to Smackdown. Let's not waste any more time. Alright, so Smackdown emanated from the Saddle Dome in that great city, and well, actually the only good city that I like in Canada, and that's Calgary, Alberta, Canada, at the Saddle Dome. So Monday they'll be in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. So we got that. Alright, so this is SmackDown's aftermath show from SummerSlam. Like I said, we're going to hear from Roman and all that other stuff with that. But we start off and our new commentary team of Michael Cole, Corey Graves, or Corey Slave, and that schmuck, Kevin Patrick. Kevin Patrick, me love. It should just be Michael Cole and Corey Graves. Fuck Kevin Patrick. Fuck him. Not like that, but fuck him. Get him out. Get him out of here, please. He is boring on commentary. I'd rather have them bring back Jimmy Smith. I wouldn't give a shit about that. Just get rid of Kevin Patrick. Why is he the lead announcer on SmackDown? Why? Cole's just there, like, he has to listen to boring as fuck Kevin Patrick try to do his best commentary. I mean, either bring up Big Joseph and then send Kevin Patrick down to NXT, even though that would be worse, with Booker T. But I'd rather just fire the guy. Get rid of him. Just have Michael Cole and Wade Barrett on Raw, and then Michael Cole and Corey Graves on SmackDown. There you go. Simple solution. Or just hire me. But I digress on that. Excuse me. And that's it. Alright, so that's our commentary team. So we begin SmackDown with a long as fuck recap of the women's title match at SummerSlam, where we saw Bianca Belair. She's Bianca Belair. She plays with her hair. That's actually her hair. She's Bianca Belair. So we saw her with her actual injury, injured her leg and everything. Then came back to somehow win the title from Asuka and Horseface Charlotte Flair. So she won the title, and then Io comes right in, cashes in, and wins the WWE Women's Championship. That made me very happy. Of course. So we see that. And then we go right to the action. First match of the night. We had Horseface Charlotte Flair come out, and she takes on my first wife, Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka! Except my dick. But you knew that already. But anyway, another match in their rivalry. Was pretty decent to start. Nothing great. They trade shoulder blocks to start with, basically going nowhere. Asuka got the better of it afterwards and starts kicking the crap out of Charlotte. But Charlotte comes right back with a missile drop kick and then allows Asuka to kick her in the head for a near fall. As we go to break, we come back. Charlotte dives off the apron on Asuka to take her down, follows out with a spear. Then she's about to lock in the figure 4 leg lock and maybe transition to the figure 8. But then Damage Control, all of them come out. Bailey, give me a hug. The new women's champion Io and the lovely Dakota Kai, they come out for distraction, which lets Asuka kick Charlotte in the head again. But then Bailey, who was on the apron, and the referee's like, "Get down! Get down!" I mean, no DQ. You didn't call for the bell? I mean, the DQ, she's on the apron. What are you doing, ref? But anyway, Bailey doesn't really do much. And then she finally gets off the apron, and then Asuka comes out of nowhere with a running code breaker. But then Io, on the other side of the ring, hits a springboard missile drop kick. And then the referee's like, "Oh, there's the bell." So we get a no contest out of this. Io with a nice kip up, and then another one to boot. She hits the drop kick, nips up, and then rolls through, nips up again. That was nice. Nice for my third wife. You look, and she looked good. Oh, I tell you, man. If I wasn't married to you-know-who, I'd be having sushi all day, every day, with Io and Asuka and Kairi. Oh, you know what I mean? But I digress on that. And we move on. Alright, so no contest as the judgment. Oh boy. Damage Control basically wipes both Asuka and Charlotte out. And that's it. So I gave the match 2.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, they celebrate Dakota Kai with barely a voice. Praises Io up the wazoo. And that's pretty much it. But it looks like, when Io and Bailey were beating up Charlotte and Asuka, I was like, oh, we're going to get a tag team match because I don't think Dakota Kai is clear to wrestle yet with her knee injury. So I was thinking maybe this coming Friday night on SmackDown, we're going to get a tag team match player with Charlotte and Asuka teaming up. I think they've teamed up before. I think they won the tag belts before. But anyway, they're probably going to team up again to face off against Io and Bailey. And we'll see what happens with that. And we move on with that. Alright, then we get a video on Santos Escobar. Taking on Austin Theory for the United States title. Later in the night. So we got that. Then we go to Caleb Braxton. With Santos. Ask him, how he's feeling about the U.S. title match coming up. Theory's all, not Theory, sorry. Santos is all ready to go. Talks in a little bit of Spanglish. And then Austin Theory comes from behind and jumps him. Then he picks him up, slams him on an anvil case, and then starts beating him up. And then, the referees come in a little bit too late, and then we see Austin take the lid of the case, boom, right on the leg. So it looks like Santos is going to be out for the match, because his leg's all shattered up. And then we see the rest of the LWO come in, Rey Mysterio, Joaquin Wilde, and Raul Mendoza come in. No Selena Vega, she was probably home banging Malachi Black. Or just, maybe she was on Twitch, I don't know. But anyway, we get that. So, we'll see what happens with that match, if it happens, between Santos and Theory for the United States title. That's that. Alright, so I gave that segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we get a really good video by Killer Kross and the lovely Scarlett Bordeaux. Felt like I was watching something, maybe it was like almost like a War Games type video. Basically, Kross says that he wants to hurt the phenomenal AJ Styles. And, basically kind of teases gaining some disciples. So maybe the OC turns on AJ. It's like, we're tired of getting beat up, and we're gonna join up with Killer Kross. That'd be kind of weird to have, Mia Yim and Scarlett Bordeaux, two hot pieces of ace, next to each other. But we'll see what happens with that. Maybe Kross forms his own group. We'll see what happens with that. So the video promo was great. And I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. That leads us into AJ and Killer Kross in a match. We had Mia Yim and Scarlett at ringside, both looking hot. And I have to say, this match sucked. It sucked so bad. Because AJ Styles, guy who's been wrestling for 20-some-odd years, botched not once, not twice, 3 fucking times. AJ, come on. I mean, he ran up the ropes, tried for the, flip over into the DDT, his traditional move. He does it, and then he grabbed... Now, I don't know if it was AJ's fault, maybe it was Kross's fault, but he tried to do the move, and then he fell, and then he tried to pick him up, do the move again, and then it just bleh, they're falling over each other. I'm like, what the fuck? Botch! But that's it. So after that, Scarlett tries to get involved. Mia Yim takes her down off the apron, throws her over the announce table. Then I hit Kevin Patrick. Damn. So we get that. That distraction led AJ to hit the Styles Clash. 1, 2, 3. He gets the win over Killer Kross. So he gets a little bit of revenge. Under 10-minute match. And like I said, the match was really sloppy. So, but I mean, after the botches by AJ, the match got a little bit better. So I upgraded my original rating. So I'm gonna give it, instead of 2.25, I'm gonna give it 2.5 out of 5 stars. So AJ did botch, and the fans knew it, but then he's like, oh, I'm gonna shake it off, like Taylor Swift. And the rest of the match was pretty decent. So, we got that. Let me move on. Alright, then we get a video on Cody Rhodes. Yeah, Cody, MDK all day, Cody, you bitch. and Brock Lesnar 3, which we all know Cody won. Now, we don't know where Cody's going, if he's going to face off against Seth Rollins for the world title. Now, that Shinsuke, knocked freaking Seth Rollins' head off this past week on Raw. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Let me move on. Alright, then we go into the ring with Canada's own, well, not Calgary's own, it's Canada's own. Hey kids, it's Edge. So Edge comes out. Next week he's going to be celebrating his 25th anniversary in his hometown of Toronto. So that should be fun. So Edge is like, next week I'm in Toronto, my hometown. But I wanted to be here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And he's like, well, I'm in Toronto, and I want to have a match. But not just any match. I want to have a match with somebody I have never faced off with. So I'm like, well, that's a lot of people. Let's run down that list. So anyway, he says, well, did you know it? I never faced Sheamus in my 25 years. I never faced Sheamus in my career. I mean, Sheamus has been around for 15 or so years. So it's like, Sheamus, me and you, next week. So come on out. So he comes out with the rest of the Brawling Brutes, and it's Fight Night! So Sheamus comes out with Rich Holland and Butch. So they come out. Sheamus says, I'm the one that lit a fire under your ass. Because Edge was on his Celtic Warrior workouts video a few years ago. And they show Edge got Sheamus onto a mountain bike. Sheamus looked like a goof, but Edge fell off the bike. We see all the scratches and bruises that he got. Ooh. So, but he was fine enough off the crash, so he wondered why he couldn't wrestle again. So he called Sheamus to find out if he was ready to come back. So he and Sheamus trained together, and then became, family, brothers, blah, blah, blah. So now he wants an answer. So we see the footage of that, and they're just like, oh, really, you gotta show my pasty white ass on national television? So Sheamus is like, well, it's not the first time we've seen that. Going back to Edge and Lita's sex celebration a few years ago. It is what it is. I mean, we didn't see Edge's pasty white ass. I mean, we saw Lita's fake boob. Oh, King! Jerry Lawler almost having a freaking heart attack. Nope, I shouldn't have said that. Basically, Jerry Lawler's like, oh, look, we see a boob! Puppies! So anyway, Sheamus says, Edge, you have a weird chin. So he talks about working at a bar in 2004 where he met the Rated R Superstar, who was the only wrestler to give him the time of day. So Edge is like, we got some time. We gotta get done with this segment. I need an answer. He's like, well, if we do the match, after the match, we're gonna have we're gonna have a pint of Scotch or something like that. I love Scotch. Anyway, so Sheamus like, okay, we'll agree to it, but we're gonna have Guinness after, which is, nothing wrong with Guinness. But he hopes Edge isn't making a grave mistake. We'll have to see about that. So, that should be a pretty good banger of a match. Whereas, Sheamus would say, banger! After banger! After banger! After banger! So, we'll see what happens this Friday night in Toronto for Sheamus versus Edge. So, we got that. And we move on. So I gave this segment 3.25 out of 5 stars for that segment. And like I said, it should be a great match between Sheamus and Edge in Toronto. That's it. Alright, then Michael Cole gives us the news that yesterday was the 70th birthday of the Hulkster brother. What you gonna do, brother, when 70-year-old Hulk Hogan wants wild on you? That's pretty much it. So yeah, yesterday was Hulk Hogan's 70th birthday. The Hulkster brother. So, happy birthday to the Hulkster. A man that got me into wrestling, well, into WWE, WF at the time. brother. That's pretty much it. Then he, in the same sentence, he mentioned that yesterday was the 50th anniversary of hip-hop. Okay. That was nice. And, well, speaking of, hip-hop, we got to our next match. Flop Dollar, or Top Dollar, you know, Michael Cole's best friend. He takes on, well, one of our good friends, and that's Eli Drake. And that's not an insult. That is a fact of life. Yeah! That's pretty much it. We had Ashanti the Adonis and B-Fab out with, big fat man, Uncle Phil. Top Dollar. Match lasted 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Sad. Top Dollar choked on the rope to start. Eli flips out of a Death Valley driver, starts hammering away at him. Then he knocks Ashanti the Adonis with a right hand. And then he does the Eli Drake, yeah, elbow drop. Then he sets up for the BFT, nails Top Dollar, who flopped like a freaking fish. 1, 2, 3, Eli Drake is your winner in 2 minutes. 2 minutes! And that's pretty much it. Match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, Eli gets on the mic, says, "It doesn't matter where I go!" Because everyone knows it, and everyone would say his name, with everybody saying, Eli Drake, yeah! Oh man, I can't wait for him to get the US title or the Intercontinental title, because I don't think he's going to get the world title yet. But we'll have to see. I mean, he's in the running for the Royal Rumble match, or to win the Royal Rumble, I should say, along with Solo. But I would definitely give the Eli. I would love to see Eli versus Seth Rollins or whoever has the world title at WrestleMania 40 in Philly and him win it. The pop he would get would be like off the Richter scale. But we'll have to see. But Eli gets the win. I don't understand why he's still kind of doing matches with shit Rowe who should be set packing. You know, go to AEW, be with Swerve, because your careers are going nowhere. But it is what it is. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And we move on. Alright, then we go to the trainer's room where Santos Escobar gets officially cleared by Adam Pearce and by Santos himself. But he, he talks to Ray, who's in the trainer's room, and he can barely even walk. So I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see. So I get that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits having a nice drink of vino. That's wine for you dumb people at home. Bobby says he sees talent in the Street Profits, but he won't call it untapped potential, but now it's time to see what they can do. And he says the sky is the limit for the Profits, and Smackdown is ready to see some new people run the place. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Maybe the Hurt Business 3.0. Well, yeah, kind of 3.0, 2.0, whatever you want to call it. Maybe takes on the, I would say the Bloodline, with the Bloodline's basically nothing now. So we'll have to see what happens with that. I think they're going to get Bianca in, because I think Bianca's going to turn heel eventually and join up with her husband, Montez Ford. So they have that female in the group, kind of like Judgment Day. That'd be interesting to see. Like maybe if they do I was gonna say maybe if they do War Games at Survivor Series this year, maybe you have the Hurt Business and Bianca taking on Judgment Day, whether Finn Balor is there or not, or JD McDonough. But I mean, we won't know if War Games is even gonna happen at Survivor Series again, like it was last year. But we'll see what happens with that. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do something like Bobby Lashley's faction against Judgment Day. I mean, even though they're on SmackDown, but they can't go against the Bloodline because the Bloodline's basically Roman and Solo. Because Jimmy, we don't know where Jimmy's head is at. You know, he still loves his brother, supposedly. Jay, well, when we get to Jay, we don't know what Jay's gonna be doing. By Survivor Series or by Crown Jewel. And that's it. Alright, so I gave the Hurt Business 2.0 segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the ring where we're supposed to get the United States title match between Santos Escobar and Austin Theory, but as Santos came out, he was limping, and then Austin Theory with the heinous act, clipping the leg of Santos, and then the rest of the LWO come out to try to save him. Adam Pearce comes out, the trainer comes out, and Theory cuts a promo saying that, oh, I was going to defend my belt, blah, 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 but, referee, raise my hand because I don't need to fight tonight. Well, you're wrong there, Theory, because Ray was talking to Santos. Santos was like, you go get him. So then Adam Pearce makes it official. So Rey Mysterio goes to the ring. We have an impromptu United States title match that lasted over 2.5 minutes. So goes back and forth for a little bit. Theory tries for 8 count down. It doesn't work because his back was messed up during the match, thanks to Ray. Ray comes back with a 619 he drops the dime with a springboard splash, goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3, we have a new United States champion in Rey Mysterio, booyaka booyaka, who then celebrates with the LWO afterwards. We see Santos come out on the crutch, and then him and Ray look at each other, they praise each other and everything, but I bet you nothing that Santos is going to turn on him. He's going to get a little bit jealous that Ray's the champion. Should have been him. Should have been me. But, we'll have to see what happens with that. But, why did he even have this tournament that Ray was probably going to win anyway? I think he was slated to win, and then that freak injury that happened 2 weeks ago where he got knocked out. He legit got a concussion. So they had to do the protocol and everything. That's why he wasn't there last week. Even though he was on NXT this past week. So, I don't know if he was legit knocked out, and then he's like, I can't continue. I don't know. But it made no sense to have the tournament, and then he wins the belt anyway. And let's face it, Austin Theory's 280-something day reign as champ sucked. At least he didn't lose to Cena at WrestleMania, thank the Lord. Because nobody wants to see Cena with a belt again. Or just him, period. Fuck him. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, let me move on. Alright, so I gave the US title match 2.25 out of 5 stars. Congratulations to Rey Mysterio. Now him and Dom Dom, his so-called son, are now champions. What do you think about that, Eddie? I don't give a shit! He's a pendejo! Cabron! Okay. Watch what you say to me, Eddie, do I have to talk to Mamacita, China? Oh, no, I say, no, I'm sorry. Okay, just be nice. Be nice or I'll get El Dorito after you. Or Osito. I meant to bring this last night and show Osito. I told him about it. Before his match and everything. It's like, oh, bring it next time, I was like, okay. So, El Dolito, or Osito Jr., will be, at the next show. Not wrestling, of course. I'll show it to him. That man I love Osito, man. Not like that, but, he's a great wrestler. And, it took him a while to get that No Limits Championship. But he finally got it last night after a whole bunch of chaos because it was a fatal 5-way with Tommy Dreamer and Max Bane, Chris Benet, Tony Boogs, and that's it. But finally, Osito wins the title. The whole place went nuts, and then Tommy Dreamer cuts a promo putting him over. And then talks about, my first match was back in 1989 in Brooklyn, New York. Because he's from Brooklyn. You think he was from Yonkers? No, he moved to Yonkers. He was originally from Brooklyn, New York. Not from my area, but he's from Park Slope area. So, that's nice. So, something you don't, something I didn't even know, but Tommy Dreamer is a Brooklyn-born man like myself. So there you go. There's some actual facts from me and Tommy. But Tommy is a legend, future Hall of Famer. For the ECW wing, they should just have an all ECW Hall of Fame. Just put Tommy in there first. Paul Heyman, RVD, Joey Styles, maybe Todd Gordon. You know, because Todd Gordon. Sandman will go in. Sabu. New Jack might go in. Motherfucker. That's right, Jerome. You might go in the Hall of Fame, motherfucker. You know who should go in the Hall of Fame? My good friend, Mike! Mike! What? Get in here. Wow, my friend Mike Awesome, my friends. Mike Awesome, back on the show. How you doing, Mike? Hey, Mike Gilmore! Not Joseph. Gilmore's dead. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, how you doing, Mike? I haven't heard from you in a while. Yeah, you know, I haven't really been doing much in heaven, you know. Just hanging out at the bar, you know, me and Jerome, you know, arguing. Why are you always arguing with him? I don't know. He's telling me about all the times he snorted coke and he wanted me to do coke. I don't like that. I don't even like to drink. You don't like coke? I don't like it either. I like Pepsi, you know. So, I don't like coke that much either, Mike. You know, I don't even like the drug. I don't do drugs, man. I'm straight edge. That's good, Gilmore. You don't do drugs. You end up like me, dead. No. Hopefully I won't end up like you pretty soon, you know. I'm only 46, you know. I got a long way to go. But anyway, you should be a Hall of Famer, Mike. I know. Why? I don't know. They just haven't announced you yet. I'm petitioning for you to go. I mean, I talked to Victoria last night. Oh, she's a nice lady. Yeah, she is. I told her and Melina and Gail Kim, Mickey James should be in the Hall of Fame. Are they? No. But you, Mike, you should be in the fucking Hall of Fame for the ECW wing. Because you're awesome. You're even awesome. You're more awesome than Mike the Miz Mizanin. I hate that guy. I know you do. I know another guy you hate. Yeah, I hate that guy too. Yeah. What's that, a Tanaka? What? What'd you say, Gilmore? What? I didn't say anything, and don't call me Gilmore no more. I keep forgetting, I'm sorry. But I hate that guy. I know. He hates that guy. He really does. But anyway, yeah, Mike Awesome should be in the Hall of Fame too. But just saying. I'm just saying, he should. An all ECW Hall of Fame. Give me that Paul Levesque, Mr. Triple H. Hunter, Vince, Steph. Hi, Steph. Give me what I want. An all ECW Hall of Fame. And the top dog should be fucking Paul Heyman. Not Tommy, not RVD. Paul Heyman. Just saying. Is it gonna happen? Probably not. Because you know how my disgust for the WWE Hall of Fame, people that should not be in the Hall of Fame are in the Hall of Fame. Beth fucking Phoenix, the Bella Sluts. Before people that should have been in the Hall of Fame when it first started, Miss Elizabeth. Is that right, Randy? Oh yeah, that's right, brother. You know? Oh yeah. Miss Elizabeth should have been the first, well, not even the first. You gotta give credit to Moolah and Mae Young, because they're the pioneers of the women's division. But you can't have a women's Hall of Fame without Miss Elizabeth. Why is she not in? It's been 30, 40 years now. What the fuck? I mean, does her family not want her to be in? Like, the Owen Hart, Martha Hart? She doesn't want Owen to be in it because Vince Russo and Vince McMahon killed Owen Hart? Oh yeah, they did. That's why Owen Hart's never going to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Not because Martha Hart doesn't want him to be in, and, you know, my distaste for that, but, you know, I forgave Martha Hart. All the shit I said about her calling him a cunt for not letting the shit go for like 25 years almost. Because, yeah, Owen's been dead for almost, next year will be 25 years. He should have been in the Hall of Fame right then and there. Like Eddie Guerrero when he passed away. I'm just saying. Not like another guy we know, Benoit. Fuck Benoit. Fuck Chris Benoit. That man should never be in the Hall of Fame. For a guy, if you want to blacklist a guy from the entire Hall of Fame, that's the guy. Chris Benoit, not Owen Hart. Owen's way better than Chris Benoit. I don't care what anybody says. Chris Benoit, good technical wrestler. I'm not saying anything bad about his wrestling ability. But the man himself killed his own wife, Nancy Benoit, and his son, Daniel. Because his brain was mush. He's a fucking baby killer. Fuck him. I hope he's burning in hell. It's where he belongs. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, enough about the Hall of Fame, because I can go on for hours. Alright, so we're gonna get to the end of the show. We have the Bloodline. They come out, well, Roman, our tribal chief, you must acknowledge the chief, Paul Heyman, the wise man, and Solo Mibuki, they come out with the pyro. So they talk, you know, Roman does his usual shit. Calgary! Acknowledge me! So they do what they do. So Paul Heyman's like, but not Paul, sorry. Roman's like, wise man. Yes, my tribal chief. He's asking for Jimmy, and Paul's like, Jimmy? I haven't talked to him all day. I haven't seen him all day. Did you call him? Yeah, but he was kind of being salty to me. And Roman's like, come on! So, anyway, we see Jimmy come through the crowd with his hoodie on. So he gets in the ring a little bit slow. Eventually he does get in the ring. Roman tells him not to listen to fans or chanting the old ECW chant, "You sold out!" Blah, blah, blah. Roman says, I owe you one, Jimmy. So what's your price? What do you want? You want a yacht? You want a car? You want a boat? Done. You want power? I'll give you power. I'll give you whatever you want. So Heyman's like, I don't know about the car, I don't know about that, and all this shit. So Jimmy's like, I don't want a goddamn thing from you, Roman. He's like, what I did at SummerSlam had nothing to do with you. So Roman's like, oh, I get it. You want to be main event Jimmy Uso. And then we hear the music of Jey Uso, day one-ish, you know. So he comes out, and he is pissed. Wouldn't you if your brother screwed you? Not like that. But, well, you would be if, you know, he slept with your wife or something like that. I'd be pissed, too. But in any case, Jay comes out, he's pissed. And he demands to know why Jimmy did it. Why did you do that to me, Jimmy? So Jimmy's like, I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people. No, he didn't do it for The Rock. Jimmy's like, well, I did it because I love you. And then Roman's like, pfft. He's like, if you would have won the title, what's going to happen to us? You became the tribal chief. You become like Roman, be corrupt and an asshole. He actually said asshole. They didn't bleep that. Oh, somebody forgot the 7-second delay. So it's like, I wasn't going to let you turn into something like Roman, you know. So it's like, I understand if you're mad at me, you want to beat me up, you want to kick my ass. I understand. So So just do it. Just do it. So he closes his eyes and waits for Jimmy to super kick him right in the face. But Jay is like, oh, son of a bitch. Just doesn't have the heart to kick his brother's ass. So Jimmy's like, well, fuck this, I'm out of here. So he heads up to the back, and then we see Roman, Solo, well, not Roman, Roman and Paul Heyman laughing it up. So Roman's like, I knew this was gonna happen. I told you this for 3 years, and you don't listen to me. See, because you're so fucking confused, you're fucking stupid, too stupid. Says Jay was gonna screw this all up by being a hothead. And basically, this whole thing, Jay, is about acknowledging me. And then Jay is like, well, fuck you, Roman. Kicks him in the face with a super kick. Then Solo attacks him. Goes for the Samoan spike. But Jay avoided it. Super kicks him in the face. And then Roman hits the Superman punch. Knocks him down. Goes for the ooh, the spear. Jimmy hits a super kick again. Then he hits the spear, knocking Roman down. So everybody's going nuts and everything. So then we see, like, Jimmy just, like, with his back turned. And then Jay gets on the mic and says, hey, Jimmy, get back here. Get back here. Jimmy, come here. So Jimmy's like, huh? You want a hug? So he kind of goes slow, then he starts running down, like, kind of jogging down the ramp. It looks like he was about to hug his brother, and everything was going to be all perfect and oozy again. But then Jimmy's like, well, fuck you! Kicked him right in the face, knocks him down. Then he, like, goes right up into the camera and says, I'm out! I'm out of the Bloodline, I'm out of Smackdown, and I'm out of WWE. Deuces, ooses. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, did he just... I was like, he just quit WWE? So I was like, now, at first, when I came home, I saw, like, on Twitter, like, lighting up, like, Jimmy, like Jay's going to AEW, he quit WWE, like, what? He quit? And I was like, thinking like the Macho Man, You people really think that Jay Uso quit? You fucking marks. Everybody on Twitter is like, Jay's going to AEW! He's going to AEW! Schmucks like JD putting Jay going to AEW, question mark, exclamation point, question mark, clickbaiting. But the clickbaiting bitch that he is. Unlike his best friend, we all know what that is. Everybody and their mother clickbaiting up the wazoo saying Jay's going to AEW. Fake fucking fans you are. Fake. You believe anything. What if Roman would have quit? Everyone's like, oh my god, Roman quit! Issa would have been really upset and sad and crying up a storm, but me and others being the voices of reason saying, Issa, Roman's not leaving, he's just taking a vacation. He'll be back. He'll be back by Royal Rumble. That's what he's doing anyway, really. So, everybody and their mother on Twitter are, Jay's going to... I keep saying Jimmy. Jay is going to AEW. No, he's not. He's taking some time off. But people want to say that he's going to AEW. Unless he shows up on AEW this Wednesday, he's not going. There's no way. So, he's taking some time off. He's coming back at the Rumble to eliminate Jimmy. And then they're going to have their brother versus brother match at WrestleMania 40. Unless there's something else, he comes back sooner, maybe by the Survivor Series, and they do a Bloodline Fatal 4-Way match for maybe Roman's title, which, Roman's going to win anyway, because he never loses that title. I don't care who it is. If it's Solo, Cody, Cody again. Nobody wants to see Cody's Roman 2. Nobody wants to see that. I don't. But this is the way it looks like it's going to go. Jay is going to take some time off, to heal up, be with Naomi. Not Naomi, who's he married to? No, Jimmy's married to Naomi. Jay, I think he's married to somebody else, with his kids. So Jay, 37 years old, Jay Uso is 37. And something I didn't know, Tommy Dreamer is 52. I found that out last night. He's like, for 52 years of my life, you know. I'm like, wait, and I go, my friend Charlie, I'm like, he's 52? He goes, yeah. I'm like, damn, I'm old. Dreamer's 6 years older than me, Jesus. Jesus, you know. Somebody called John Zandig. But I digress, but Jay Uso and Jimmy Uso are 37 years old. And Roman's around in his 30s too, so. So there you go. But, yeah. But in any case, there is no way that Jay Uso is going to AEW. Like I said, he's taking time off. Might come back for either Crown Jewel, or he's coming back at Survivor Series. But then again, he might take the rest of the year off, like Roman's going to do. So I guess Payback's not going to happen. They're supposed to have a match at Payback, so... So I don't know what's going to happen in the next 3 weeks. Well, really 2 weeks. No, 3 weeks from today, actually. I was right. So I don't know what's going to happen next week on Smackdown in Toronto, and then the next 2 weeks leading up to Payback, and then we got Fastlane after that, then Crown Jewel, then the Survivor Series, which will end the year for pay-per-views. So this, once again, this Bloodline storyline, for whatever it is, if it's done, I mean, but there's so many layers and upon layers and layers, I mean, and like Paul Heyman said, we're only in the bottom of the third inning, we got a long way to go. A long way to go. At this rate, we're like another 3-4 years until this storyline, you know, Roman's epic reign as champ finally ends. Whatever amount of days it is. I mean, is that 1,077? You know, he's gonna hit in basically in 3 weeks, which is around Payback. Is gonna be 1,100 days as champ for Roman, and next on the list is Hogan with his 3-year reign, 3-year plus reign, 1,200 and I think it was 1,248, 1,250, somewhere in that area. But Roman will shatter that. And then the next big milestone is Hogan's 5-year reign with I think it's like 1,500 and some odd days. Then I think number 2 is Bob Backlund. And then number 1 is Bruno with over 2,800 days, but is Roman going to break that? Maybe. I mean, he still has to wrestle be champion for the next at least 5 years. So he holds on to it for 8 years. So, 8-9 years, you know. So, I mean, we have to see. I mean, the only person that's going to end the streak is Roman himself and Paul Heyman. Because people have been asking who's going to beat Roman, who's going to beat Roman. You know who's going to beat Roman? Roman himself and Paul Heyman. They will decide when this reign ends. But like Paul Heyman said, we're only in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We're about to hit the 4th inning. So, like I said, we got a long way to go. So, if you don't like it, like Ric Flair says, you got to learn to love it. So, you don't like it, then go watch AEW. Go watch Ring of Honor, go watch Impact, go watch New Japan. You know, the G1 Climax is about to end this weekend, so got that. I don't know who's going to win it. I mean, Naito is facing Will Ospreay in the semifinals. Holy shit. I'd like to see Naito win the G1 again, but I think it might be Will Ospreay this year. I mean, I have to see, but the winner gets a world title shot against, well, if Sonata holds the belt up until January at Wrestle Kingdom 18. We'll have to see about that, but we'll see. We got a long way to go. We got basically 4.5 months to go before Wrestle Kingdom. So we'll see what happens with that, and we move on with that. Alright, so that's it for SmackDown. And, like I said, Jay quits WWE, but he's only going to be out for a couple months. Maybe he returns at the Rumble to eliminate Jimmy, and then what a lot of people are saying that Jimmy and Jay are going to have their match at WrestleMania in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. How fitting. So, like I said, I would think at the Royal Rumble, Solo wins the Royal Rumble, or maybe Eli Drake. They go on. If Solo wins, he's definitely going to face Roman, and that would probably be Roman's... Well, besides Cody, I think this will be Roman's biggest test to date. So I think Solo can give him a great match, and really, besides Jimmy and Cody, maybe Seth Rollins here and there, I think Roman will have a real hard time with Solo. Really hard time. But I still think Roman, if it does happen at WrestleMania 40, Roman will win, continue on, go into year 4 of his mighty reign. Who beats him? I don't know. I was thinking Braun Breaker, but I just don't think, Vince McMahon and Hunter, Shawn Michaels have anybody that can actually hold a candle to Roman at this point. So, we have to keep going. We'll keep going. Alright, so I gave that segment 4 out of 5 stars. It was really hectic and chaotic. And, the shock value of Jay quitting WWE. So we have all that. And a bag of chips, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so that's it for my video. Thank you all for watching. Smackdown was pretty solid, and I gave it a solid 7 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so I'm gonna, I haven't watched Rampage yet, so I'm gonna watch Rampage, and then, hopefully before Collision starts, I will do my Rampage review right here on the channel. And, yeah, that'll probably be it, and then I don't know if I'm gonna do Collision tonight. I might do it tonight, I might do it tomorrow before I do my errands, and then I have to go out tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to do that video, like I said, either tonight or most likely tomorrow. Get it out of the way, then have the rest of my Sunday to myself. And then come back on Monday for Monday Night Raw. So once again, 7 out of 10 stars for Smackdown. I thought it was a pretty good show. And we'll see what happens this Friday night in Toronto for Edge's 25th year anniversary. See what happens with that with his match against Sheamus. And everything else coming your way this Friday night on SmackDown, this Monday night in Winnipeg with Becky Lynch, the man, taking on the lovely Trish Stratus in her home country. So we'll see what happens with that, and much more on Monday Night Raw. And for AEW, they made a change this week. Fight for the Fallen, which was supposed to be next week, the go home show for All In, was supposed to be next week, but since the tragic events in Maui, in Hawaii, that was really sad and everything. My thoughts and prayers go out to the people of that island of Hawaii, all the islands in Hawaii in general. My thoughts and prayers go out to all the people that lost their homes in that tragic wildfire and everything. Ugh. Sad. People lost their homes. They don't know where they're going to go now. They're going to rebuild. It's going to take a lot of time. You can't stop what can happen from day to day, But, like I said, my thoughts and prayers go out to the people of Maui and the people of the island and everything, and all of Hawaii. But Tony Khan, being the great man that he is, the proceeds from this week's of Dynamite, which is in Nashville, Tennessee, is going to the people of Maui, which I think is a very nice gesture for Tony Khan. So he took Fyter Fest is next week, the week after this week, the go home show week for All In. So we're gonna get Fyter Fest on August the 22nd. But this week is Fight for the Fallen. So that should be pretty damn good. So we'll have to see what happens with that. I would think WWE is going to do something. for the people of Maui, Impact, well, Tony Khan, the Ring of Honor, and AEW doing the same thing. I think Victoria mentioned yesterday that the proceeds from all the people that got her and all the wrestlers' autographs and pictures and shit like that. I think she said that money is going towards the. Well, she said I thought it was going to Maui, but I think she said that it's going to the gear, the makeup, and all that stuff. So I was thinking it would go to Maui, but it is what it is. But I think certain indie promotions will do something like a charity show for the people of Maui. I think they should do something like that. So who knows? But Tony Khan, doing that this week. Fight for the Fallen this week. The proceeds go to the people of Maui. I thought that was very nice. And then Fyter Fest was next week, the week after this week coming. So that's pretty damn nice. That's basically all I gotta say about that. All right, I gotta get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. And yeah. So I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your cocoot. If you're not down with that, you need a fucking life. And I have 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace, bitches.